Probably around 20 years ago, Pace Law Firm got into the immigration business. We became immigration lawyers as well as the other areas of law that we practiced. And that all came about due to my relationship with a gentleman called James Metcalf. Jim was a career diplomat who had been posted all over the world. Brilliant, brilliant gentleman, still associated with the firm, but he had an encyclopedic knowledge of the Act, the Immigration Act, but also he was one of the most pragmatic, common sense driven individuals I've ever met. In fact, most of the ministers of immigration that he served under used him as a consultant. I used to be the president of the Lithuanian Canadian community. And in 1990, when the wall fell, there used to be a regulation under the Immigration Act that people that came from a communist country or from behind the Iron Curtain would almost automatically get refugee status. And once the Cold War came to an abrupt end and the Berlin Wall came down and the Soviet Union was disbanded, that was no longer an issue for people from Eastern Europe. So the Minister of Immigration had set up a meeting with the leaders of the Baltic communities and some senior people from the Immigration Department, a couple of deputy ministers, Jim Metcalf, who I believe at that time was Consul General in Detroit for Canada, and the Baltic leaders. And we were asked to get the message out to our people that our people should just apply as independent immigrants and that the refugee route was, for practical reasons and for commonsensical reasons, no longer going to be available. So I met Jim that day, and I had some interactions with him as consul in Detroit, and we got to be quite good friends. Jim then left the civil service. He went to work for a major immigration law firm for a while. Then he went out on his own. And then a few years later, he was looking for space, and I had some additional, and we brought him in, and I hired Jim and his entire staff. And then all of a sudden we started with a full-blown immigration practice that we didn't have before. And then we added some lawyers, we added some additional staff, we added some additional consultants, and we started to get involved in investor immigration as well in a significant way. We had a lot of clients from the Middle East, Egypt in particular, morphed into Nigeria, into parts of Africa, the Far East, from the former Soviet Union. And in fact, we had an office in Geneva, Switzerland for a number of years. And it was a PGA office, but at the same time, Pace Global office, but at the same time, it helped to facilitate our immigration practice as well.